course, I've set it to December because who isn't halfway on the way to December? Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Michelle with Echo Delphines, and I have a small haul for you, and also just kind of a really fun vintage community slash this is the kind of stuff that happens to us moment. So stay tuned for that. At first I just wanted to go through a small vintage haul. These are some things I've been picking up over the past few weeks. So if you see something that you like that you're interested in, please email me at the email below. Otherwise you will see these in live sales coming up in December. My work is about to get real busy, so you may not see me a lot in the lives. I'm having to turn some things down or postpone some things till January now, but they will eventually make themselves to live sales. So without further ado, I will start on my live haul. This first one I found on the weekend, and as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to have it. This is classic 1970s kitschy Christmas. There's nothing that says kitschy Christmas like wood and silver-toned deer. This is made in Hong Kong, and again it has a chain on the back, as we're all familiar with if you grew up in the 70s. And then there's just a trio of deer on the front and then pine trees in the back. So this is absolutely in great condition. There's just a little bit of you know, condition issues with the deer, especially around their heads, but that's to be expected. My next sort of Christmas-y item is this sweet hound dog. He's marked Japan. Sweet red and then a green tone in the ear. He's in great vintage condition. His tags are worn, so not going to see, other than just made in Japan, you're not going to see much on him, but he is just the cutest little guy. So, love him. And I don't know if he's supposed to be hooked up to a sleigh, but he got himself a little belt on there, or a little harness, so he'd make a great addition to your a Christmas display. Next, I ran into an auction that was full of skunks. And so there's a mama and her baby. I presume it's a mama and her baby. These are marked, these are redware, marked Japan on the bottom, in great condition, no chips or cracks, and just a little mama and her baby. There's some paint loss on the mama on her white stripes, but again, I think that's fairly typical. But they both have their red eyes intact. Sorry, red ears intact. Their eyes are yellow. But very, very cute, kitschy skunks. Same auction, different, same lot, same auction, and I found this little sweet little planter. I don't think this has ever been used either. It's just clean and pristine, so it's a little skunk hooked up to a blue carriage with red flowers on it. The colors are sweet. It's nice and clean, no chips or cracks. I just thought that was just the sweetest little planter. So, little skunk collector, loved it. Today, I had some fun. I was looking for an item for a customer. I have a lot of Disney in my state. For some reason, Connecticut is a state with lots of vintage Disney, so I was looking through the antique store for some vintage Christmas. Sorry, vintage Disney. I was looking for vintage Christmas as well. Didn't find a whole lot, but I did find this gorgeous perpetual calendar. Now this is marked, all right, that was an exercise. This is marked Silvercrest Bronze. And it has all the paper in the back. So what you do is you actually pull out, the months are all in the back. You can see, they flip over. And then the same with the date, the month starting at a different date. It's got felt on the feet. It's great. I heard someone say Art Deco. I'm not sure if I would call this piece Art Deco, but it may be from around that time. But either way, it's a nice, beautiful piece. Would make a great thing. I have a perpetual calendar on my desk, but it's day by day by day. So every day you're constantly changing the clock or the calendar. And this one's nice because you set it once for the month and you're done. Of course, I've set it to December because who isn't halfway on the way to December? And then today I found a lot of vintage brooches. So there's number 1. Number 2. Number 3, this one doesn't seem very old, but it is a butterfly. It's nice filigree. This one is the one that mystifies me. It's a gorgeous brooch. Beautiful little pearlized thing on the end. On the back, you see how the pin itself sticks out further than the clasp, which I've heard is a sign of age. And this one says on the back, it is marked Spain. I don't know if you can see that on the stem right here. It says Spain. And I've actually never seen a brooch marked Spain. So this one's kind of interesting to me. So I've got to do some research. So that's my very quick haul for tonight. Hope you enjoyed that. I have one other item that I am not selling. I will probably keep. I have a desire to kind of make a mini art wall. So very small prints of art. This is the very first one that I picked up, and I'm actually holding my finger over the artist for a reason, and I'll tell you why. But this is a little oil, probably, I haven't quite, either bluebells, violets, anyway, they're beautiful, and it's in a beautiful frame as well, and it was professionally framed on the back. And the artist actually put her name on the back. Her name, her address was out of Yonkers, and so I decided I was going to write it, because in New York, if you don't know, if you're not from this area of the world, New York has rent control. So often people are not moving very often. And so I thought, I looked her up, I think, on the internet, and the name still existed at the same address. I kind of Googled. And I just thought, well, what the heck, I'll write a letter. So I took the address from the back of the art, and I wrote a letter and just expressed, hey, I found this art in the Goodwill. It caught my eye. I'm starting a collection. This is going to be my first piece, and I'm just very excited to have found a piece of your art. Wanted to know someone was loving it. And I got this dear, sweet letter in return. And this is why I thrift. This is why I go after vintage items. So I hope you enjoy this. Again, I just blocked off the artist's name just to give the family some anonymity, but here's the letter I got back. Dear Miss Hickson, I was very moved by your beautiful and kind words. The painting was done by my mother, who was an artist, and she exhibited her work all over the East Coast. Sadly, my mom passed in 1991, very suddenly, and I'm very happy to know that her works are still enjoyed by people like you. Have a wonderful holiday season. Best regards. Oh, so I will be keeping that note along with my frame, and then deciding as I get more pieces, you'll probably see some of it come up behind me here. But I would love to, again, you know, just these little tiny pieces of art. So even smaller than this, I've found some at the thrift stores, but I'm being fairly choosy and selective of what I actually take. This letter was so meaningful to me. I had my auntie died. It will be 2 years ago in January, and she was an artist as well. So her death wasn't sudden, but I also feel that just, yeah, to know someone else is out there enjoying her paintings is a beautiful thought and memory for me. And so that letter resonated deeply with me when you're a creative and your art lives on, and your family is just desperately happy to know other people have it. And so it's one of the joys of thrifting, is that we get to obtain family treasures, things that leave families for whatever reason, and then they get to be brought back and treasured and enjoyed by someone new. So until next time, I hope you have a great evening. Thanks for watching. Feel free to hit the like button and the subscribe button if you want to hear more of my content. I have coming up a meetup with Dust Not Included and New England Thrifter on Saturday. We're all very excited. So I can't wait to see what mischief we get up to in the great state of Rhode Island. So until then.